Hello, fellow Nigerians and friends from around the world. Welcome to DWA Privacy News. Today, we are exploring Nigeria's key data protection law, the Nigeria Data Protection Act (NDPA) of 2023. My name is Obi Matthew. Let's dive into the world of privacy together.
That's right, Matthew. Did you know these laws not only protect your personal data but also give you rights and put responsibilities on organizations handling your information? If you're curious about how this works, you're in the right place. My name is Tosin Kareem. Welcome to DWA Privacy News.
Well, let us cover the most frequently asked questions about the Nigeria Data Protection Act of 2023 and how it affects individuals and organizations. Starting with the basics, what exactly is the NDPA?
The Nigeria Data Protection Act (NDPA) of 2023 is Nigeria's primary data protection law. Enacted in June 2023, it provides a comprehensive framework for the protection and processing of personal data, granting Nigerian residents enhanced rights over their information. The Act emphasizes safeguarding privacy, ensuring lawful data processing, and fostering the growth of Nigeria's digital economy. It also establishes the Nigeria Data Protection Commission (NDPC) as the supervisory authority.
This is wonderful, but Nigeria's data protection law used to be the NDPR. Does the NDPA replace the NDPR?
No, it doesn't. The Nigeria Data Protection Act strengthens the framework set by the Nigeria Data Protection Regulation of 2019. Think of it this way: the Nigeria Data Protection Act provides a stronger legal backbone. Now, do you know who exactly is protected by these data protection laws?
The laws protect Nigerian citizens like you and me, whose personal data is processed by various organizations. In legal terms, we are referred to as data subjects.
That's right. A data subject is anyone whose personal information can be identified or processed. This includes information like names, phone numbers, and address. It applies to individuals in various roles such as employees, patients, and everyday people signing in to access a building or an online platform.
What exactly is personal information? Is it just names and contact information?
Personal data is any information that identifies an individual, whether directly or indirectly. This includes basic details like names, addresses, and contact information, as well as unique identifiers such as NIN, BVN, passport numbers, employee IDs, IP addresses, email addresses, and sensitive data like health records, race, religion, or biometric information.
So, you're saying the NDPA and NDPR aim to ensure that my personal data is processed lawfully? If that's the case, who ensures organizations follow these rules?
Exactly. The NDPA and NDPR are designed to protect your data by enforcing lawful processing of personal information. The Nigeria Data Protection Commission (NDPC) is the supervisory authority for the NDPA. They are responsible for enforcement, oversight, and administration of data protection regulations in Nigeria. The NDPC ensures organizations comply with these standards and also penalizes non-compliance.
This is wonderful. But what about the organizations handling our personal data? What roles do they play?
Any entity that processes personal data, whether it's a business, NGO, or government agency, must comply with the NDPA. And compliance includes registering with the NDPC as a data controller or data processor.
What is a data controller or data processor?
Data controller is an entity that decides why and how personal data is processed and can process the data, while the data processor is an entity that only processes the data on behalf of the controller. The data controller could be the organization you work for, and the data processor could be your payroll organization. Both data controllers and data processors must register with the NDPC to operate legally in Nigeria.
What is a data controller or data processor? But there are roles and responsibilities in every organization. So who is responsible for monitoring data protection and privacy compliance within these organizations? That is great, but do all organizations need to comply?
Any entity that processes personal data, whether it's a business, NGO, or government agency, must comply with the NDPA. And compliance includes registering with the NDPC as a data controller or data processor.
An NDPR audit. What's the requirement there?
Organizations processing large volumes of data must file their audit reports with the NDPC annually by March 30th.
What happens if an organization fails to comply?
The consequences can be severe. Fines can go up to 10 million naira or 2% of annual gross revenue. Organizations could also face reputational damage, legal action, or even suspension of their data processing activities.
That sounds serious. So, how can organizations make sure they comply?
Compliance involves implementing robust privacy policies, conducting regular audits, training staff in best practices, and registering with the NDPC.
That's where experts come in, right?
Exactly. This is where data protection compliance organizations, DPCOs, come in. They guide organizations through every step of compliance. DPCOs are licensed by the NDPC to provide services like training, audits, and consulting. For instance, Dataworks Analytics helps businesses with their compliance activities such as registering with the NDPC, file audits, and implement effective data protection measures. Partnering with a DPCO simplifies everything.
Thanks for walking us through this, Tosin. That was insightful. Remember, compliance isn't just a legal obligation, it's about building trust and protecting your organization.
Thank you, Matthew. And thank you all for watching the Dataworks Privacy News. Visit us at www.dataworks.ng and follow us on our social media pages for more data privacy insights. See you next time.